Hello guys and welcome back to the Crimson YouTube channel. Today I am going to be talking all about Model UN. So MUN, as I'm going to refer it to in this entire video because Model UN is way too much to say, is a debate style. It's competitive and also collaborative, and it basically is modeled after the UN procedure to basically give students an experience of diplomacy in the real world. So today I'm going to be talking about my experience with MUN, different MUN sort of events and experiences that I've had, how you can start getting involved in MUN, and some MUN events that Crimson is currently partnering to work on. So what is MUN, right? MUN is, it was started in Oxford a very long time ago. I'm not going to give you a history lesson, but it is essentially, like I said, a debate style, and it's both collaborative and competitive in the sense that students will come in for conferences and they'll be given different countries which they will act as delegates for. So for example, I could be the delegate of Canada, and as a delegate of Canada I will be put into a committee, and each committee has topics, often 2 topics because conferences are often 2 days. And with those topics, what I would do as delegate of Canada is to research what these topics are, like how they're relevant in Canada, policies that we have as Canadians to solve or tackle these topics and that kind of thing. And then I bring that research into the conference where me as Canada will form a bloc, which is like a group with people, with countries who have similar interests and policies and perspectives to mine, and we'll create a resolution, which is like a solution to this topic or this issue, as in debated against the other bloc's resolutions and voted upon to see what's the best resolution with the best solutions towards the issue, and the ones with the most votes get passed. And that's how MUN basically works. Quite briefly, it's really cool because you get writing, you get debate, you get research, you get a whole lot of different things. It's a lot of skill sets that are involved in MUN. And if you're on the leadership side of organizing conferences and leading clubs and being a chair, you get also the leadership side of it. So lots of different ways to get involved in MUN, which I'm going to talk about in the next section after I talk about my experiences with MUN. So my experience, I have been a delegate, I have been a chair, I have been a club leader, I have been an SG and conference organizer. So I think, done just about everything you can do in MUN. I think I reached max capacity, which was great, honestly. Experiencing all the different sides kind of helped me to know what I like about MUN. And personally, I really enjoy chairing and leading a club. Being a delegate is really fun though, honestly, and I think that everyone should you can't just skip through the delegate stage. But anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself. So my experience, the way it started was that I joined a local MUN event at a school nearby as a delegate. And then I did the experience. It wasn't the best because it was my first time, but I learned a lot through it, and I joined again and I won an award. And then the next year I chaired again another conference, and I went to Yale MUN and I got an award. I was honorary delegate. And then I organized my own conference with my friend over the summer online, which was really fun. And I also led my school's MUN club. So yeah, that's kind of my experience with MUN. It's a lot, but it honestly is really fun. So now I'm going to talk about how you can get involved in MUN, how you can do all these different things. There's different levels to it. So within your school, you can just join the MUN club and show up to meetings, practices, and participate in your school's MUN event if you guys have one. That's simple enough. You can participate in events outside of your school run by different schools, maybe universities, or different events in your country perhaps, or you could go international, go to bigger events with probably often they'll have a university attached to them, for example Yale MUN, Harvard MUN, that kind of thing. And if you want to be on the leadership side, what you can do, this leadership stuff often comes it's a bit more difficult to reach than just delegate, because no one's going to stop you from being a delegate. Delegates are just interested candidates. If you want to join a conference, oftentimes it's first come first serve, as long as before the seats fill up, if you sign up, you're often you're good. But for being a chair and that kind of thing, there's often competition. So chairs they moderate debate, they write research proposals which like guide the debate. And to be a chair, you have to like sign up. Often there's a selection process, maybe an interview, and then you get selected as a chair. And for being a club leader, usually in my school we do it by nomination, so the previous club leaders select who's going to lead next year's, that kind of thing. So it's often just by merit and by being a good participant, maybe like winning awards, helping out like your classmates and your teammates in the different conferences that you attend and that kind of thing. Being a conference organizer is fully just like up to, it depends. I really can't speak broadly on that. In my school, it was just because I was the club leader, and I was interested in running a conference, so we kind of got the go ahead. And I also run one with my friend, which was much more like unofficial. We just went to the Myman website. We posted a conference, people signed up. We paid for like Zoom Pro. We selected chairs. It was fully just like a thing we did by ourselves, which you can also do. You can check it out. Like check out the website if you'd like. It's yvmun.com, Young Voices MUN. It was a really fun experiment. But yeah, that's sort of how you can get involved in MUN quite broadly. So now, what are the benefits? Why are we doing all of this? Personally, a really big benefit is the fun, which I think out of all the extracurriculars I've done, this is like the one I've enjoyed the most, because it is just so fun to like debate and to talk about these complex world issues with people. You get to hear so many different perspectives. You get to like put yourself in like people's in a different perspective's shoes as well, because sometimes you're put as a country that you don't really agree with, you know, but you have to like see things from their side, which is so interesting. And you also meet a lot of people through MUN. I've made some really good friends through Model UN, and that's something that I really cherish, because like I don't know how else I would have met like these people unless I had this like international like experience. Yeah, it's really cool. Sometimes I mean, when you can travel, which is like an added benefit, if you're going to an international conference, you get to see the place that you're going to, you know, you get to like be a bit of a tourist, which is really fun, and it's something you could never have done without MUN. Like for me, I went to Yale, not for Yale MUN, I did a Yale MUN online, but I went to the Yale International Relations Leadership Institute, which in the year that I applied was MUN kind of based, and we had an MUN event at the end of it, which I personally think I would not have been able to go without my MUN experience. And I got to see New Haven. I got to see like America. I had never been to the States before yearly, but I was fully funded for it, and so I went. And yeah, I got to see New Haven and Yale, and it was really cool. And that's just something that is an added bonus of MUN. Now, on the more serious benefits that you probably want to tell your parents, it is really good for developing skills that I mentioned before, like critical thinking, research, debating, public speaking, writing, all that stuff. You get to develop this with MUN, because you're not only just like arguing, you're also writing, you're thinking of logical like arguments against people like in the heat of the moment. So it's really like you have to have a really complex and varied skill set that you get to develop throughout your time in MUN. Obviously being a leadership team member, you get to learn leadership with chairing. You get to like you hone your interactions with people, because it's a really interesting sort of dynamic of chair and delegate, where you have to be like a teacher, like a guide, but also like a peer in a way to sort of keep things balanced. So it is a very wide skill set. It's also obviously a huge boost to your CV and college apps to say like, you know, the different, because you can win different awards in MUN, you can join the leadership team in different ways. And so those kinds of things really add to your profile, to your extracurriculars, to your CV, to your college applications. Obviously, that's going to be a big benefit to you. But yeah, that's the benefits of MUN, and that's like pretty much MUN broadly. So Crimson actually is working on an MUN conference. Crimson is partnering with Harvard for the Harvard MUN Australia. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you have any questions, any comments, leave them in the comments down below. And that'll be it for me today. See you guys in the next one.